Welcome to the CyberArk Privilege Cloud ISPSS Installation Guide. In this video, we will guide you through the step-by-step process to install and deploy the Privilege Cloud connectors efficiently using Privilege Cloud Installer, helping you securely connect your on-premises environment with CyberArk's cloud services. Before we begin, here's an important note. The Privilege Cloud Installer is a legacy tool. CyberArk recommends using connector management for new Privilege Cloud connector installations. Only use the Privilege Cloud Installer when specifically advised by CyberArk representatives. Let's start by preparing your environment. To ensure secure and uninterrupted communication between your on-premises components and the Privilege Cloud backend, it is essential to configure an IP allow list within the Privilege Cloud environment. This allow list must include the public, routable IP addresses of your on-premises connector servers. Make sure these IP addresses are not from any reserved or private IP ranges, as those won't be recognized for secure connection purposes. To configure the IP allow list, navigate to the Privilege Cloud portal and select Administration. Then go to Advanced Settings. In the Advanced Settings section, you'll find the IP allow list. Here, add each IP address or range by entering it with a CIDR suffix, such as 13.5.19.98/32. After entering each IP address, click the Add to List button to confirm your addition. If you need to remove an IP address, simply hover over it in the list and click the Remove icon. To keep an IP address you've added, click the Refresh icon. Once you've finished adding all necessary IP addresses, be sure to click the Save button to apply your changes. Please note, saving the configuration can take up to 10 minutes. You can continue other work while the system processes the update. Then return to verify the changes. To add more IP addresses later, just repeat the process. Enter the new address, click Add to List, and remember to hit Save. If you later enable secure zones for enhanced network access control, make sure to add your allow list IP addresses to the secure zones configuration. For detailed guidance, refer to the Control Access using Secure Zones section in the CyberArk documentation. By properly configuring your IP allow list, you help ensure secure, authorized communication between your infrastructure and the CyberArk cloud services. For comprehensive details on configuring IP allow lists, please consult CyberArk's official documentation. Next, let's look at the credentials you'll need. During installation and configuration, you will need administrative credentials that have sufficient privileges to carry out the necessary tasks. These include Privilege Cloud admin credentials. You will also need the installer user account password. The installer user is a built-in identity administration user dedicated specifically for installation tasks. Remember, installer user passwords expire every 24 hours and must be reset as needed using only alphanumeric characters, without any special symbols. Finally, you require a domain or local admin account on your connector host with full local administrative rights to install and manage the necessary services and software. Having these credentials with the correct permissions ensures a smooth installation process and helps maintain the security and manageability of your CyberArk environment. Now, review the Privilege Cloud system requirements. Verify your machine specifications align with CyberArk's guidelines, ensuring your operating system is supported, your drives have sufficient space, and all necessary privileges are provisioned for required users. Confirm all network and machine requirements, including outgoing network and port access, operating system compatibility, RDS licensing, and hardware specifications for each server or virtual machine. Please note that separate specifications and considerations apply for virtual machines and cloud platforms. This ensures optimal performance and compatibility according to the unique demands of those environments. For detailed prerequisites, always refer to CyberArk's official documentation. Also keep in mind that concurrent connector installations are not supported. Complete each installation fully before starting the next. For strong security and compliance, review CyberArk documentation before beginning deployment. Next, prepare the machine for deployment. Download the latest Privilege Cloud version software package from the CyberArk Marketplace. By default, Secure Tunnel Client and relevant Group Policy Objects, or GPOs, are selected. If you're deploying PSM for SSH component, be sure to download the PSM for SSH component file relevant to your platform. Depending on your configuration, extract and copy the correct GPO package. Use the Unified Hardening GPO for CPM and PSM deployments. For PSM-only installations, extract the Privilege Session Manager -RLS-V latest release .zip and select the appropriate PSM GPO file from the hardening folder. Copy the relevant GPO hardening package to your domain server and extract it. Download the Connector Management Prerequisites check script, which is included in the Privilege Cloud Tools package. Obtain the full Privilege Cloud Tools package from CyberArk Integrations and Tools and store it in a dedicated folder for easy access. The Privilege Cloud Tools package contains a comprehensive set of pre- and post-implementation tools essential for deploying CyberArk Privilege Cloud Connector components successfully. Check the Privilege Cloud Tools package's properties. If Windows shows the file as blocked, unblock it before extracting. Otherwise, the extracted files may fail to execute. Extract the Privilege Cloud Tools package zip file to a suitable folder. Inside, you will find important files such as the Prerequisites check script and the Vault Operations Tester folder. Before proceeding with any connector installation, it is important to disable any antivirus agents installed on your connector server. This includes built-in Microsoft antivirus agents, third-party antivirus solutions, and any third-party monitoring agents that could interfere with the installation process. Disabling these agents helps to avoid conflicts and ensures a smooth, uninterrupted setup of your CyberArk environment. By following these steps, you'll lay a strong foundation for secure and reliable Privilege Cloud Connector deployment. Please refer to CyberArk's official documentation for more information. Before installing Privilege Cloud, it is crucial to verify that your environment meets all prerequisites. The prerequisites checks cover your general system setup, connectivity for PSM and CPM modules, SIA connector requirements, and secure tunnel dependencies. To streamline this process, run the prerequisites check script. The script not only flags issues, it can also install essential services such as remote desktop services and the remote desktop connection broker where required. The prerequisite script for Privilege Cloud can be run in 4 distinct ways, depending on your specific use case. First, there's the in-domain deployment option. This method is ideal when your connector server is part of the same Active Directory domain as your target resources. It ensures seamless integration and credential validation within your domain. Next, you can choose out-of-domain setup. Select this approach when your connector needs to operate outside of the main Active Directory domain. It's useful for environments with isolated resources or separate network segments. The third option is CPM connection testing. Use this mode to specifically verify connectivity and credentials between the Central Policy Manager and your privileged accounts. It helps validate that secure password management workflows will function as intended. Lastly, there's the troubleshooting scenario. Run the script in troubleshooting mode when you encounter configuration issues or failures during setup. This targeted test will pinpoint problems and guide you through corrective actions. Select the method that best matches your infrastructure and deployment goals, ensuring your environment is fully prepared for Privilege Cloud installation. No matter which method you select, all checks within the prerequisite script must pass before you proceed. This ensures a smooth and successful installation, laying a solid foundation for your Privilege Cloud deployment. Take the time to verify every requirement up front, and you'll avoid common issues as you move forward. In this video, we will run the prerequisite script using the in-domain deployment option. First, open PowerShell as an administrator on your connector server. Navigate to the directory where you've stored the prerequisite script and run the command for in-domain deployment. When prompted, enter your Privileged Cloud Portal URL to proceed. A window will pop up here. Select the components you plan to install on this server. In this demonstration, we will select all components. If you are installing PSM on the server, you'll be prompted with an option to deploy Remote Desktop Services, or RDS. Select Yes if you'd like to deploy RDS now, or No if you prefer to deploy it later. Please note, RDS is required for privileged session management, so it must be installed before proceeding with PSM. During the RDS deployment step, you may see a prompt to press Enter to restart the server. Once the server restarts, log in again using the same user account from when you started running the prerequisite script. The script will automatically continue from where it left off. Wait a few minutes while RDS is fully deployed. Afterwards, the script will automatically launch the full prerequisites check for your system. Once the prerequisites check is complete, you'll be prompted to run a CPM install connection test. Choose Yes if you are planning to install CPM on the server, and enter your installer user credentials when prompted. Click OK and wait for the connection test to finish. At the end, you'll see the test results along with a text document summarizing the network requirements for your environment. Be sure to save this document and verify that all listed addresses are properly whitelisted in your environment. This will help you avoid connectivity errors. If all the prerequisites checks and the connection test pass, your server is ready to proceed with deploying the Privileged Cloud connectors. Remember, all checks in the prerequisite script must pass before you move forward. Now, let's move on to the installation using the Privileged Cloud installer. From the Privileged Cloud software package, copy the connector zip file to the connector server and check the file properties. If Windows shows the file as blocked, unblock it before extracting. Otherwise, the extracted files may fail to execute. Extract the connector zip file to a suitable folder. Log in to the connector server using a local administrator account. For in-domain deployments, ensure this account is also a domain user. Run the connector executable as administrator. The executable first unpacks itself to prepare for the installation. When preparation completes, a command line interface will open automatically. You will then be prompted to enter several key details. First, enter the installer user credentials. Next, enter the password of the logged-in local administrator user. Remember, this user must be a domain user with local admin rights for in-domain deployments. Then, provide the Vault FQDN in the following format: vault-subdomain.privilegedcloud.cyberark.cloud. If your environment requires static outbound routing, you may instead need to enter the Vault IP address. In this case, contact CyberArk support to obtain the IP address for your vault. Next, define your installation details, including the installation path, installation mode, and which components such as CPM and PSM you want to install. If required, specify a custom CPM application ID. After you confirm all details, the installation of the Privileged Cloud connectors will begin. The connector server may restart several times during this process. When installation is complete, a message will appear indicating that the installation was successful. Following component installation, apply GPO hardening according to CyberArk recommendations. For in-domain deployments, use the GPO file and link it to a dedicated OU for your connector servers. Restart the connector host or run a forced group policy update to ensure hardening policies apply. With your connector fully installed, configure password rotation plugins for CPM or secrets rotation, and set up PSM connectors to allow secure user sessions. Customize these plugins and connectors as needed for your target systems and organizational domains. For verification and high availability, it's essential to actively monitor your Privilege Cloud connector status within the Privilege Cloud Portal's System Health page. Regularly check the status and confirm that all components, such as CPM and PSM, are operational and reporting is healthy. Review event and error logs promptly to identify and resolve any failed installations or connectivity issues, ensuring minimal service disruption. Refer to CyberArk's documentation for troubleshooting and advanced configurations. For enhanced redundancy and load balancing, consider deploying multiple connectors across different servers within the same network. This strategy ensures failover capability if one connector goes offline, maintaining uninterrupted privileged access management services. Additionally, place connector servers geographically close to their target resources to reduce latency and improve session responsiveness. Synchronize the system time on all connector hosts with Internet time servers to avoid issues related to authentication and logging accuracy. Stay informed on new updates and security patches, applying connector upgrades as part of your regular maintenance to keep your infrastructure secure and performant. Implementing these best practices helps optimize your CyberArk Privilege Cloud deployment's reliability, scalability, and security. This concludes our guide on installing and deploying CyberArk Privilege Cloud ISPSS connectors using Privilege Cloud Installer. For more detailed guidance, configuration options, best practices, and troubleshooting support, please refer to CyberArk's official documentation and knowledge base articles. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for future updates.